Hello, this is SteveMo, and I love Waymo. Hey, it's just going to be me talking. We just got back from a really nice 2-night weekend trip to San Francisco. The reason we went there, my cameraman and I, my wife, Wendy Mo, is I got an invitation to try out access for the Waymo from San Francisco Airport. So it's been a few weeks since I got that notification, but we finally went up there. Man, it felt really special because we're on the plane and I was taxiing to the gate and I was thinking, hey, I got access. Let me try this. And Wendy Wendy Mo was asking some questions. I said, well, bring up your own app and try it. Her app said you don't have access to the San Francisco airport yet. Yeah, I do. So that was pretty cool. Anyway, it was really nice. And in a nutshell, I just want to say right now, this is like April 20th, 2025. It's going to be a rare video that I post pretty much right away. If you have access, or when you get access, you can fly in to San Francisco International Airport, SFO, and you can take a Waymo out of there. Now, I have heard it's only the rental car center, so you have to take the AirTrain up to the rental car center. But I got a Reddit notification. By the way, I'll talk about Reddit in just a second. I don't really like Reddit, but it's great. They've added another stop. It's another AirTrain station, which is the Grand Hyatt. Now, when I say AirTrain, if you're flying into San Francisco and you love Waymo and you want to ride Waymo, San Francisco is a big airport, but like Phoenix Sky Harbor Airport has the SkyTrain. This is very similar. It's like a elevated train that just goes from terminal to terminal to terminal to terminal to terminal, so you can quickly move from terminal to terminal. And one of those terminals is this hotel called the Grand Hyatt. Boom. So if you're getting off at SFO, do what we do. Just take the air train to the Grand Hyatt Hotel. You get off. You're on the fourth floor. You walk past the reception. They say, "Welcome to the Hyatt," and you just walk past them. And then you go down the elevator to valet, ground, and that's where your Waymo is going to pick you up. And to reverse it, it's very, very, much same. You just tell the Waymo you want to go to the Grand Hyatt Hotel, get off, take the elevator up, get on the SkyTrain, go to whatever terminal you're at. So it's pretty awesome. And speaking of San Francisco Airport, I'm from the Bay Area, and so I remember in the 1980s, sometimes we just want to do something with your friends. Let's go to San Francisco International Airport just for fun, just to look at the art. They've always had great art exhibits there. So sometimes we'd go there, and we're not getting on a plane, not picking nobody up. We're just checking out the art, and no difference. Right now, the San Francisco International Airport has a great exhibit called what's it called? Oh, Give Me a Ring, a telephone retrospective, or something like that. It's installed by the American Museum of Telephony, which is also known as the JKL Museum of Telephony, which is kind of a strange museum. I don't think they're really open anywhere right now. They're in the process of moving to Seattle, if I understand correctly. But that's really cool. Old phones, no cell phones or smartphones, but just classic phones from like the way back days, the 1910s, 1920s, through the 60s, and up until landlines kind of died. So that's a really cool thing to see at San Francisco International Airport. Let's see. Yeah, so we use Waymo up there. First of all, we stayed not too far from the airport, like about at Oyster Point. Not really close to the city, but that's kind of the point. I love going on in a Waymo on the freeway, so that gave us ample opportunities to be on the 280, the 101, little connected freeway there. And plus, it was closer down south, which came into play a little bit later when I took a little pilgrimage down to Waymo headquarters. And there'll be another video. Believe me, there'll be plenty of videos. And if you're actually watching this, are you there? Are you there? Thank you for watching. And like and subscribe. Don't forget to like and subscribe. But we went up to the city. I mean, the first night, Friday night, we took a ride up there, went to Twin Peaks, and then we went to the foot of the Golden Gate Bridge just to see the lights at night. And it was pretty late by then. But we crisscrossed San Francisco's many destinations, from the famous Painted Ladies, the Golden Gate Bridge, the Legion of Honor, to lesser known ones like the Shake Shack. The first Shake Shack in San Francisco is a kind of historic building right at Fillmore and Filbert. And then also on Filbert, we went to what I call as the Jump. There'll be another video like that. So picture Lombard Street and you're up on Hyde. Well, if you go 2 blocks down, you're at Filbert Street. Now, Filbert is cool because it's not crooked like Lombard. Lombard goes like this, but Filbert goes like this, boom, boom. So I remember back in the day, in the 80s, we would drive over there and we'd go to Filbert Street. We'd drive up to the very edge, look down, clear, back up, boom. Well, it was a lot of fun. Dangerous, not as long as your brakes work. But we did that in the Waymo best we could. We had the Waymo make it a stop, sort of at the crest, and then we took off. Now, obviously, that heavy Waymo is not going to get in the air. Uh, the old gas-powered cars we were driving, they didn't really get any actual air. They just kind of sprung up on their tires a little bit as they went over the edge. But that was fun. We went to the Kit Kat Memorial in the Mission District, etc. Many, many different locations. But Waymo excelled. Now, this is no news. In fact, Waymo is so familiar to people. I was asking people this site, have you been in a driverless car? And a bunch of people says, oh, yeah. Yeah, we take it for granted now. Yeah, no, it's good. Others said, I haven't been in it. But I always encourage them, hey, take your first ride. It was cool. That first night at the Golden Gate Bridge, there were some tourists who came in. I said, what is this about? We've seen these cars all around. So we explained it. And then I had the brainwave. I said, hey, take a picture of my phone. And I put my promo code on there. I said, you can get $10 off. I'll get $10 if you do it. And like within an hour, my phone flashed up. It says, oh, you have 9 uses left. They used my promo code. Another Waymo fan. Another Waymo fan. We did have a few mishaps and adventures, like in the Haight. I had called a car. We were at an ice cream shop there, and I had called the car, and then my cameraman decided, hey, I want to try some stuff on. I think it's called Level 2. But anyway, so she's in there trying stuff off, and the car's ready. So I kept stalling the car. I would say pull ahead on my app, and I was experimenting with things like honk the horn. I haven't seen that in Los Angeles, so honk horn is awesome in San Francisco. Every city is a little bit different. Play melody. It plays music outside of that car so you can help find it. I guess this is because it gets foggy in San Francisco. For whatever reason, you can find your car with a melody, open trunk, closed trunk. And I just kept, I could have paid the $4.99 cancellation fee, but I just wanted to say, look, here's an opportunity to experiment with what I can do with the Waymo. And that, after a while, it stopped giving me the option to pull ahead. And I didn't even see an option to cancel cars. So we finally, like 20, 25 minutes, we made it around there. Probably less than that. It was blocking some poor guy's driveway. So I said, I'm sorry, man. Sorry about it. But that was kind of a bummer. Now, I felt like I abused the Waymo a little bit, but Waymo got its revenge. Now, I don't know if this is coincidental, but we're in the Haight. We decided to go to Powell and Market Street for the cable car ride. The Hyde Street, the best one, in my opinion. And we're still like maybe 10, 12 minutes away from Powell and Market through the city. The car pulls over. You've arrived. And it said the destination, Powell and Market Street, which was not true. So I called rider support. I got a cool guy named Jason on the phone. I asked him, he's in Tempe, Arizona, because his accent was really thickly American, not the normal Filipino accent that we're used to for rider support. Which the rider support people are fantastic, by the way, in my experience. It's kind of cool. On the phone with him, and I say, hey, I explained the situation. I pulled over. We're not at our destination, this and that. And he says, oh, there might be an event going on down there. And then I heard a Filipino voice. Hi, thank you for calling Waymo Support. And I think she was calling in, realizing that the system said we had parked, or we'd got to our destination, but we were not getting out. So she wants to say, we got any problems with you getting out? Your ride's over. But right away, Jason said, rider support, hold on. And I think he just let her listen to the rest of the situation. So that was sort of an adventure. Oh, but on the freeways, Waymo excels on the freeways, just fantastic. And driving through the city, great. One time we braked hard to defend us against a person who was, so we're coming this way, and here's a person waiting to go left, and we're coming, and the light goes yellow. And Waymo just kept through, but I guess the person said, what's my last chance? And they lurched forward, and Waymo put the brakes on. But we were able to go through. There was one other like hairy situation with it. I can't remember it, but it was really awkward, blocking the block, blocking the intersection. But Waymo handled it without panicking. Well, I was a little panicky. It was good. Tons of great locations. Went to the Golden Gate Bridge, walked across a Dutch Windmill, Cliff House, Hyatt Regency, where they filmed High Anxiety, awesome. Fort Point, Vertigo, the South Park Street neighborhood. Yeah, the South Park Street neighborhood, I was sort of looking up my best friend from high school, Stephen Lee. That's his real name, by the way, if you want to check out his art, his graphic design, and his awesome abilities. He was a fantastic artist in high school, continues to be one. I didn't really push it with him because it was short notice, and at first I was sort of fantasizing, he's my age. Hey, have you been in a robo-taxi? And I thought he would say, oh, I never, oh, I answer a phone call. I'll be right with you. Okay, hey, I'm back. Sorry for the interruption. I'm almost done. I was just saying, I was talking about Stephen Lee, my best friend from high school, and he, of course, still in the Bay Area. And ultimately, I just want to say, fantastic. I like Waymo a lot because they've really got it together. Smooth ride, but they're learning. They're so open. Every ride you take, you get an email or an alert saying, please provide your feedback. They're open to feedback. During the ride, they want feedback. You click submit feedback, and they give you the time. Like, for instance, at 2:48, what was good or bad at 2:48? You can type that stuff in there. I may have this in a future video, but one of the cool things was there's a little bridge over Colma Creek, and as the Waymo's driving in, it has to go up kind of sharp and then boom, flat. So 3 times in a row, we're coming up, it goes up this, and it goes over the crest, and it stops, and then it goes. For no reason, like total phantom braking. I'm trying to figure out what's going on there. And it intrigued me, so later I took a walk over there, and there's kind of a bush, an anise seed plant, like a licorice plant, that kind of growing out of the curb. So I think Waymo, like a horse would do, is thinking, that wasn't there before. What is that? And it goes and thinks, this is something that might jump in front of me. I better stop. That was my theory. I got a little too involved in that. I went back in the morning one time. I pulled most of that bush out to experiment to see if it would still, hesitate. It did. One of the times, there's 2 lanes going in that direction of the little bridge, 4-lane bridge. The times that it was in the center lane, it didn't slow down because that bad bush was not near it. Anyway, if you're watching this and you've seen those feedback things, you're thinking, okay, that's the crazy guy with the crazy hat, the face. He's the guy with all that bush feedback. Hey, I want Waymo to be good. Now I'm saying more and more, and I'm going to shut her down right now. Thanks for listening. You've been listening for quite a while. And watch for my future videos. You like Waymo? I love Waymo. Bye-bye.